morning everybody, it's Rob, Yoga Dad, day 3 of our summer stretch challenge together. This is your first time you've joined me, maybe you listened to me yesterday on BBC Radio Bristol talking about this challenge and the fundraising work that we're doing, and welcome to you especially. For anyone that's joined me either on the morning stretch series that I ran back in May or have been joining me so far this week, then really pleased and grateful for your company and the fact that you're taking some time out for yourselves for 15 minutes every day. As you can see, I'm back. We're just going to get straight into the sequence, and then I'll just talk a little bit more about the charities again and how you can donate and that kind of thing at the end of the session. So, without further ado, find yourself onto a comfortable seat. I've got the trusty IKEA stool again today. Ditch that garden chair, it's a little bit too creaky and cranky, just like me. And let's start really feeling as though we're grinding down through the floor again. And as we've done on the past couple of days, almost feeling through all 4 corners of the feet, so through the balls of the feet, through the heels, and also lifting each of the toes and just gently laying them back down on the floor. Palms across the knees and gently closing the eyes. And just as we arrive into this space together this morning, just taking some time out just to settle. Maybe taking a deep inhale, deep sigh, allowing the body just to soften and sink down towards the chair, the floor beneath you. And just starting to tune into any of those sounds that are around you this morning. Now if you're at home, you might find there's noises like a bark of a dog, traffic moving by, maybe bird song, maybe the cool, gentle breeze on the skin. Whatever it is that enables you to kind of really feel present here and now as we share this space, this time together this morning. Nice soft gaze, open the eyes. So for this sequence today, we're going to go through a similar sequence to what we've done over the past couple of days, so focusing on different parts of the body, but just moving them in slightly different ways. Now we're going to start with our fingertips, and we're just going to place them across the tops of the shoulders. And as we do so, we're just going to start rotating the elbows around. So imagining that we're drawing imaginary circles across either side of the room, or outside with our elbows. And just being inquisitive, curious about the range of movement that's available to us this morning across the shoulders. And just almost feel as though with the fingertips it's just a gentle massage, or an opportunity just to ease some of that tension that we often experience, particularly when we're sitting for extended periods, across the neck and the shoulders, and the chest, and the upper back. To be honest, all parts of the body. When you feel like you're finished rotating in one direction, and drawing those imaginary circles with the elbows in the opposite direction. I don't know about you, but that feels really good this morning. You may find you're just able to open, expand a little bit more each time you rotate, and using that opportunity just to integrate the breath with that movement as well. So really feeling light as you lift up as you breathe in, and softening, body feels heavy as you breathe out. Okay, now let's interlock our fingers together, and we're going to bring them, in fact before we do that, we're just going to tilt our head back. So just for a moment, I just want to do a couple of neck rotations. So for me, I'm looking up towards beautiful blue sky this morning. You may be looking up towards your ceiling. So allowing the weight of the head just to drop back, again feeling that length now all the way from the jawline down along the front of the neck towards the top of the chest, and just rotating the head around. So shoulder, ear across the shoulder, chin to chest, ear across opposite shoulder and back again. And then rotating around in the opposite direction. And just really allowing the weight of the head just to kind of deepen into that stretch as you rotate one way and then the other. And just embracing any creaks or cracks, as long as it doesn't feel too uncomfortable. Okay, now back to where I was. So let's interlock those fingers. And what we're going to do is just take those interlocked fingers around the side of the waist, so just above the waistline on the left side. Now we're going to slowly lower our left ear down towards the left shoulder. And as we do so, we want to feel as though that right shoulder is just lowering down away from the right ear And also maybe that right shoulder a little bit further back as well, just to create some space across the front top of the shoulder, top of the chest. Now this can feel like quite an intense stretch, so just go really easy with it and just take it as far as feels comfortable to you. Now keep those fingers interlocked. In fact, actually no, we'll stop the interlock again and we'll just rotate the neck again. So we'll look back, up towards the sky, rotating round ear to shoulder, chin to chest, ear to shoulder, back again in the opposite direction. Just every time, just feeling that little bit more space that we're creating across along the neck, along the shoulders. Okay, interlocking those fingers now on the right side, and this time right ear to right shoulder, and just you'll feel that stretch now intensifying along the left side. And again, each side might feel quite different to the other, and feel free just to close the eyes if it feels comfortable, and just to really explore that stretch that we're creating along the side of the upper body. Now, taking the hands back out in front again. I might take myself a little bit further back now, just so you can see me. Make sure that stool doesn't topple over. Okay, so I'm interlocking my fingers again. I'm going to place the palms around the back of the head. The elbows splaying out to either side. As I inhale now, I'm going to look up towards the sky, towards the ceiling, and just the chin lifts up, and openness, expansiveness across the chest and the shoulders. So that where we start rotating our shoulders really helps that little bit more space, and just really pulling away with the elbows as far as feels comfortable. Allowing the palms maybe just to move away from the back of the head. So you arch the spine and lift the heart up towards the ceiling. Now as we exhale this time, we're going to bring our elbows in towards the centre and lowering our head down. Now feeling the weight of the head falling down towards the floor as the chin towards the chest, length along the back of the neck. Twice more, inhale and lift up, look up, openness, expansiveness across the chest, and back down again as we exhale. Once more, inhaling, lift up. Each time, feeling that little bit more space that you're creating in the body, and back down again. Now lifting yourself back up, you take the fingers out in front, but we're going to interlock them again. So we're going to press the palms out in front this time, and we're going to lift our arms up and overhead. And in fact, I'll just take myself back a little bit further, just so you can see my hands. Okay, so out and inhaling as we lift up, arms up and overhead. Now you'll see here, one of my arms, my elbows is just a little bit bent, so I'm going to lower the arms back down again, just to straighten them out. Depending on how much range of mobility, movement you've got in the shoulders, will kind of determine how comfortable or not this pose feels. So as you lift the arms up, you might find that you only can get so far in terms of that angle, up towards the ceiling, the sky above, and just pressing away on an inhale, lengthening along the side body as you sink down on each exhale. Now we're going to inhale again, and we're going to rotate around towards the right hand side. So hips facing forward, rotating the shoulders to the right, inhaling back to centre, and rotating to the left. We do that twice more, inhaling, pressing those palms away, exhaling to rotate to the right, and once more back to the centre as we inhale, and exhaling to the left. Let's bring it back to the centre again. Just take the palms down, let's just shake the wrists out just for a moment. Just to ease any tension across the wrists, and maybe even extend, draw the fingers in towards the palms as well, and just shake those wrists out once more. And we'll go again. This time we'll press away with the palms, interlocked fingers, inhaling as we lift up. And this time as we exhale, we're going to fold across towards the right hand side. So now feeling that length that we're creating all the way along the left side of the body, down towards the left hip. Inhaling back to centre, and exhaling to the opposite side. Once more on either side, and really deepen into that stretch, lengthening that little bit more each time, pressing away with the palms as much as possible. You ground down through that opposite hip, and then back to the centre again, and across to the opposite side. Shoulders reaching back and down away from the ears, maximising that space across the chest, back to the centre, and then back down. We'll just shake those wrists out once more. Extending the fingers, clenching fists, shaking those wrists out once again. Okay, So from here, what we're going to do, I'll just move myself in a little bit closer. We will now, in fact, let me just have a quick look. What we're going to do, yeah, we're going to do we're going to rub our palms together. Cool. Okay, we're going to rub our palms together and generate some heat between the palms. So imagining we're kind of rolling a ball of dough or something like that between our hands, pressing those palms in as much as possible to generate as much heat as possible. And then we're going to place the palms across the eyes. And fingers wrapping around the top of the forehead. And just allowing that soothing warmth just to soak through into the eyeballs and down into the eye sockets. And again, with our palms over our eyes here and in total darkness, we can just be curious, inquisitive about how that feels for the body. The feelings and sensations that brings. Maybe slight shortness, sharpness in the breath, just slowing that back down again to a steady rhythm. And again, the calming qualities that then brings to the mind. And then slowly taking the palms away from the eyes, bringing the palms now together into heart center. And feeling that warmth, any last warmth that remains between the palms, just pressing, being absorbed all the way along the arms on either side, and from head to toe in the body. Just nice soft gaze, opening the eyes. Thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you've enjoyed that short sequence that we've had together. And just as I said at the start, just a general plug each day for the charities that we're raising awareness and donations for at the moment. You may have heard that I was on BBC Radio Bristol yesterday. It was a fantastic chat that I had with Jeff, just talking a bit about these stretch sessions, but also more importantly about the charities that we're supporting. So that's, as a reminder, Age UK, Bristol, Julian House, Keynsham Food Bank, Suicide Prevention Bristol, St Mungo's, and also Off the Record Bristol. I've set up donation links at the top of my Yoga Dad page, and that's pinned to the top of the page now, so you'll always be able to find that. And for anyone that shares or comments on these classes over the course of the next 6 weeks, at the end of the 6 weeks, I'm going to enter you into a draw, and you'll win. Whoever wins is selected at random. Will win a free one-to-one, either online or face-to-face session with me, 1 hour session. I'll send more details later, but the more important thing is for people to share this as widely as possible, comment on it, provide feedback, tell me how much you're loving or not the sessions and what you'd like to see from the future sessions. And otherwise, have an awesome day, and yeah, see you again tomorrow. Take it easy.